bluegill, I would probably drop to a 8 hook.
Yeah.
And catch a bunch of them.
Even a 9 for that matter, like a 9 bloodworm or 8
Yeah.
bloodworm or bread or something like that.
Because what we're saying is we got lucky and caught them. Ooh. There's a diamond smallmouth bass. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Darth Sloan, and we are out here today getting ready to do a smallmouth bass guide. So we're going to go over everything you need to know: hook size, baits, temperatures, places to go, techniques to use. Before we hop into that, I had someone ask in a recent video of mine, how do you tell how many fish you've caught of each species? So when you're on this screen getting ready to select the map, you click on the map, but before you hit play, go up here to fish species, and you can see here smallmouth bass I've caught 128. So my 128th fish was a diamond. You can see I got a little luckier with some of these others, like the mirror carp. I've only caught 17, and I think I've even caught some after I caught my diamond. So some of them you get really, really lucky on, and some of them, like the blue kerper, I had to catch a lot of blue kerper. But that's just RNG for you. But some of the things that you can do to make things go a little quicker is the temps and the temperatures. You'll hear stories of people catching like 400 or 500 before they catch a diamond, and that's because they're fishing in the right spots, but at the wrong time. So you got to fish there at the right time in order. Even if it's a known diamond spot, you got to fish there at the right time of day, which is the right temperatures of the day. As well, so they're both the same, whichever way you're going, time of day, temperature, however, that all affects temperature and the depth of the water as well. So anyway, let's hop on into it. All right, guys, please do me a favor before we go any further. Hit that like, subscribe, or notify bell if you haven't yet. A lot of you already have, and I appreciate that. Please tell a friend about the top 5 that we're doing over here. It is really fun and really picking up. We got a lot of people participating in that, and I can't wait till June 30th so we can crown the season champion, and then we'll start the new season July 1st and wipe the slate clean, and everyone will have 6 months to catch all those fish and the biggest that they can of it. I can't wait to get bingo, and I'm going to start hitting that top 5 really hard. That's the purpose of it, is to give you something to do after you've hit bingo, a new goal in the game. So we're out here fishing with popper right now, just a number 6. Remember to twitch. You have to twitch. All right, guys, we have just hooked into one. Let's see what we've got here. No guarantees that it's a smallmouth. It is a smallmouth bass, silver 1.67. That's a little guy, but we'll take it. Now, our temperatures are all wrong. 80.3 degrees is a bit too warm. But we are at a bad time of day, and this is why it's going to be so awesome when we can choose morning time, evening time. You know, there's like a bunch of options. You don't get to choose exactly what time, but you get to choose early morning, midday. You know, Jaxie showed us in the video coming up soon in an update that we're going to get to be able to select our time of day. And that's going to help a lot, especially if you go by temperatures, because the time of day, you know, determines, you know, the temperature. Like early morning is going to be cooler than midday. And the later it gets in the day, the warmer it gets. We're at about 1700 right now, so it's pretty warm. You know, it starts cooling off, but right now we're just a little bit too hot. Speaking of temperatures, let's look at them. And again, guys, if you are in Darth Sloan's meet and greet, my Discord server right here, you see all these different categories here. If you come down to the angler, where it says the angler there, all these things are related to the angler. It's divided up into games. There's the Hunter Classic, there's Way of the Hunter. Now, I don't fool with those too much, but it's there for you guys that do. So let's look. Here's temperature recording under the angler. It's the 4th one down. We've got our fish and chat. We've got our top 5 leaderboard, top 5 submissions. This is where you get all of that stuff, guys. So right here, temperatures. Let's look. We are looking at the smallmouth bass So that last one we caught was 80 degrees, 81 degrees somewhere. I remember it was low 80s. So here's smallmouth bass, 68.6 degrees, 76.5 degrees. So you need to be somewhere in between that there. So that's almost an 8-degree difference. So pretty good spread right there. But you want to smallmouth bass fish early morning or late night. Late night, early morning when it's the coolest. That is when you want to be smallmouth bass fishing. And that's why it's going to be such a game changer when we can actually select the time to get put in on some of these servers. That's going to be sweet. As you can see here, guys, here's a little trick I want to show you. I left my Jeep down here, so we're just going to fast travel to my Jeep. Now, as you can see here, I'm on the side of the hill, so I'm just going to walk down here 200 feet away from this waterfall. Now, a lot of people, Amy the Huntress, for example, have caught diamonds right down here at the base of this little waterfall. So however you want to do it, I've come down here. I've actually even caught the smallmouth bass, not a diamond, but I've caught them right there. And there's Kerper in here too, but you can just grab you a line. Now let's look at our setup here. Actually, this is the way I fish down here at this waterfall because it's a little harder to lure fish. You don't have a lot of room down here. So I fish with the number 6 and eggs. But the diamond that you saw at the beginning of the video, actually didn't catch it down here. I caught it right up above where we're at right now. If you look right here, so I caught mine right up here on the number 6 frog. It was the new frogs that come with one of the DLC. It have the funky long legs on them and just twitching. Casted, I was parked here and casted back in that direction, and we were able to catch our diamond 6.08 smallmouth. Not a big one, but helping me check off that bingo board. So now we have 2 fish left, and they're both the labeos. Not the easiest to get. The red-nosed labeo out here is a little easier than the purple labeo is. All right, guys, speaking of the top 5 leaderboard, if I wanted to submit my smallmouth, I could come here to submissions, and you see the 2 screenshots that we need. The harvest screen, and then the recent catches screen, or latest catches screen, as you can see right there. The reason why, it has the catch date on it. So you can see that one was caught May the 12th, and it's a Mirror Cart Diamond, but just using this one as an example. And by the way, congratulations to Soul Rebel for that awesome catch. So this first season's going January 1 to June 30th. After June 30th, we're wiping the slate clean, and we're starting the new season July 1. So that's why we need both of those. King of the Catch also requires both of those in the official Angler Discord. So that is just the way that works. But let's say before you go through all this trouble, the first thing you should do if you're thinking about submitting a fish is you click on this right here, come over and give it a look, make sure that it is bigger. This just saves our editors a ton of time. Don't just go putting every diamond you catch in the top 5 submissions. Put those in trophies. There's a trophies channel for that. But for the top 5 submissions, make sure that it beats one of the top 5 first. So look here, for example, my 6.08 pound smallmouth bass diamond is not big enough. We look here, 6.74 is the smallest smallmouth diamond in the top 5. So there's no point in me taking both of those screenshots and submitting it. Okay. So always check that. R. Lewis has the biggest at 7.05. So smallest is 6.74, my 6.08 diamond. It's awesome that I caught that diamond, loving it. But here's where it goes. Go down here to fishing trophies, put it there, you know, and you don't have to put both screenshots. Just put the one like this one, like the Wizards got. And you've got it right there. All right, guys, we're going to wrap things up with this. The official Angler Discord also you want to be a member of because it has some really cool resources in it. For example, I use this one all the time. The hook chart, nice and color coded, made by Lenny and Wilson. And you can see it's pretty much smallest the biggest fish down here. Now we're looking at the smallmouth bass. Has 2 silver hooks, the number 7 and the number 6. So anytime I suggest you're not getting a lot of bites, drop to a 7 hook. You know, catch a few, move your way up. Occasionally, if you've caught a bunch, put on a number 5 goat hook and see what happens. That's what I suggest. But there is that, and that is in the official Angler Discord. All the while, the Angler Discord. And see, Wilson has posted all this, made it look really nice. Here's a more detailed one. I rarely ever look at that one, but you know, to each their own. If you like that one, I just look at this one. You know, that's the one I look at. Get that hook size. Once I've got that hook size, then I just look at the fish in game and it shows what baits they like. But here's the other big item that I want to show you guys. The main 2 things that I use in the official Angler Discord, the help sheet. Now, if you click on it, come over here to the reserve species, and you can just, whatever fish you want to fish for, right? So smallmouth bass, in this case, we look at it, click on it, and you can see here that there are 4 spots that have been reported that you can catch these. Now, I caught mine sort of around number 2. That's pointing at the waterfall. I actually caught mine up top in this little river part that goes over into the waterfall. I caught it in a boat up top, as you saw at the beginning of the video. This number 3 here, I have fished at 1 and 3 and 4. I fished all of these spots and just couldn't get a diamond until I came over here closer to number 2. Caught a ton of goads over here. I spent most of my time fishing right here. I guess you would call that 3, but I spent right around through here. There's another dock, and I caught a lot there. I caught a lot over here toward number 1. Didn't catch too many at number 4. It's where the dinosaur is in the water. But those are the 4 spots. If you know any other spots, guys, get in the official Angler Discord and report them. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you would like to see next. That is going to cover it. We are now going to target the red nose and the purple labayos. So let me know in the comments, guys, what you want to see next, what guides you want to see next. 2 more videos, and I'll have one for every species in South Africa. Hope this helps you guys get your diamond smallmouth bass, and we will catch you in the next video.